We do recall, it was a little more than a year ago, that the subway system and the mass transit system in London was the target. Of course, remember that before that was what happened in Madrid. So terrorists do, in fact, target other modes of transport. American Morning's Alina Cho joining us from Grand Central Terminal in New York. And the New York system, I believe, 4 million commuters per day just for that one system. And nobody's getting the kind of check you get when you get on an airplane, right, Alina?
That's absolutely right, Miles. In fact, we're coming up on peak time here at Grand Central Station in New York. More than 500,000 people pass through here every day. And as you mentioned, none of the passengers are screened. Experts say there is a lot more we can do, and one area that's especially vulnerable is mass transit. The usual suspects, the subways, the buses, even the ferries. We took a ride with transportation security expert Don Rondeau. He told us the alleged terror plot exposed in London last week is a reminder the U.S. remains vulnerable. And mass transit, used by millions each day, is a prime target.
The fact that they're underground would hamper rescue efforts. Some of the tactics used by terrorists take advantage of the fact that there's not ventilation, that there's not substantial exits to evacuate people.
Rondeau says there's little that would stop a terrorist from getting on a subway and launching an attack. A briefcase like this one could easily hide a bomb.
So it doesn't require a great deal of skill or the ability to obtain hard-to-obtain chemicals. They can go on their five and dime and get what they need to get the job done.
The same line of thinking can be applied to buses. Lots of people, too little security.
Here we have a place that's moving, contained, that would make rescue difficult, where people are virtually unscreened.
Look no further than London, July of last year. Suicide bombers killed more than 50 commuters in bus and subway attacks. The ferries are also exposed. Rondeau says a strike there would leave people stranded at sea.
It's at a distance from you, so your time to react to it is impacted, your ability to control the environment is impacted, and in the event that something were to occur, well, it makes a rescue much more difficult.
So how can mass transit be secure? Rondeau says blast-proof seating made with Kevlar, new ventilation systems that would suck out contaminated air and inject clean air in its place. New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg says there's a lot of security measures in place we don't see.
Sometimes we have people, sometimes we have cameras, sometimes we have both. We're constantly changing our strategies so that they're not predictable.
Says nothing can replace vigilance.
We're a busy country, we're busy people, and I believe that somehow we've been sidetracked. We have yet to realize that we are a nation at war. There are people out there who've declared that they want to destroy America. They are showing that they mean business.
Now, all of these upgrades to mass transit will cost a lot of money, as in billions of dollars, and that's one of the main reasons why it hasn't been done yet. But our expert says if you're not going to spend the money, you need to start thinking like the terrorists, think like the bad guys. Unfortunately, Miles, our expert says if you build a better mousetrap, the terrorists will build a better mouse.